our top business story, His Excellency Abed Hamid Al Tayer, the Minister of State for Financial Affairs, said on Tuesday that the government is working on a new personal insolvency law that would apply to individuals. The minister's comments follow the news that the UAE's new bankruptcy law, which protects companies that cannot pay their debts from criminal prosecution, has been approved by the cabinet and could come into effect early next year. Mr. Al Tayer said that the law dealing with personal insolvencies would take about 12 months to draft, although he gave no indication when it is likely to come into effect. According to a local report, it is believed that well over half of those behind bars in Abu Dhabi have been detained because of money issues as levels of personal indebtedness rise and a slowing economy leads to job cuts across all industries. The new bankruptcy law, expected to come into effect in early 2017, will offer protection for shareholders, directors, and employees of companies that are threatened with bankruptcy, but not individuals who have large debts. Speaking at the Ministry of Finance in Abu Dhabi on Tuesday morning, Mr. Al Tayer said that a bankruptcy law is considered one of the most important pillars of any economy and is a sign of its growing maturity. There are about 300,000 small and medium enterprises in the country, contributing at about 60% of non-oil GDP and accounting for 86% of private sector employment. The government wants to increase the sector's contribution to the economy to 70%. The UAE's economy is poised to start recovery in 2017-2018 on the country's strong balance sheet, but is likely to record its slowest growth since 2010 this year. Capital Economics, in its latest UAE forecast, stated that the UAE has been more proactive in terms of economic diversification than other GCC states and is therefore expected to cope relatively well with a prolonged period of low oil prices and be one of the Gulf's best-performing economies in the coming years. The report noted that as fiscal tightening continues throughout 2016 and the boost from oil falls, growth will fall to 2% by the end of the year, compounded by the fact that Dubai in particular is highly exposed to weak economic growth across the rest of the Gulf. According to Capital Economics' Q2 2016 Middle East Outlook, the average GDP growth for countries in the region will be just 1.3%. But institutions, including the International Monetary Fund and International Institute of Finance, have predicted that UAE can expect growth of up to 3%. The IMF said in a note recently that the growth of the UAE's non-oil sector is expected to increase above 4% in the medium term, thanks to recovery in oil price, pickup in private investment in the run-up to the Expo 2020. Despite reports of subdued real estate market conditions here in the UAE, it has been a season of launches and project unveilings during the 15th year of the Cityscape Global as developers seek to attract more long-term investors. It has been reported that over 3 trillion dirhams worth of projects are currently on display at the real estate show Cityscape Global, which will be running until Thursday, the 8th of September. Despite drops in residential values and rents across the country, major developers in the UAE such as Damak, Nakhil, Miras, as well as Meydan have used the event to showcase new or relaunch their upcoming real estate projects. Among the other developments across the UAE include the 2.4 billion dirhams Tilal City in Sharjah, as well as a number of new projects in Ras Al Khaimah, Al Marjan Island, and Ajman Al Zuhra. A major theme during this year has been the importance of targeting long-term investors and millennials through offering payment plans to assist them in climbing the property ladder. To make real investment more accessible, Damak announced the launch of their new Gulf community of 3-bedroom villas priced at just 999,999 dirhams, which is payable over 3 years. According to the developer, Akoya Imagine 2.0 will be based in their mega project called Akoya Oxygen The villas have been designed to target young investors to buy their first homes to ensure sustainability in the market. Furthermore, the developer also announced the launch of the residences Icon Hotel and hotel apartments at the Icon City based near Dubai Canal, describing it as the Venice of the Middle East.
This is why we introduced a product for $1 million dirham. It's a 3-bedroom villa, backyard, front yard, 3 bedrooms for $1 million dirham. And you have to pay this money over 3 years. And in the 3rd year, you can also take your payments through a mortgage if you are a resident of Dubai. This is why also we are pleading with the banks so that they can talk to the regulator, and eventually we start offering more mortgages, which would be very important, not only for millennials, but for the big number of non-residents who are buying properties in Dubai. We saw a need for that product, and we saw a need for a product destined to the youngsters, who many of them today are taking Dubai as a vacation destination, or are taking Dubai as a place to live, or are taking Dubai as a place to study. And we thought they need more space, but they need that space cut differently. The colors of those villas have to be a bit different from the colors of the villas where their parents are living. And in a way, we want to put them all together so they are not mixed up with the people who maybe they don't like high music or something like that.
Among other announcements at the Cityscape includes what will be another iconic landmark of the Palm Jumeirah in the shape of a new luxury development, Palm 360. The 2 towers will also feature a total of 12 penthouses covering an area of 12,000 square meters each. Though the total cost of the project has not been released, Nakhil aims to complete the development by mid-2020.
Well, the new project is the first one is this project, which is a unique project on the Palm, which gives you the chance and the opportunity to view the whole skyline of the city of Dubai. It's a unique location, and we're very proud of this project. It's a unique project for the niche market. I mean, this product is such a product is not available in Dubai, and that's why we're doing it. Ibn Battuta Tower also, we're launching this unique residential apartment. It is high middle class, good quality apartment. We see there is a demand for leasing, so we're putting this next to the mall.
A new report has shown that while average monthly rents for residential property in Abu Dhabi may be falling, they are still the 3rd most expensive in the world. According to CBRE's Global Living Report, average monthly rents in Abu Dhabi now stand at $2,558 or 112,740 dirhams a year, exceeded only by those in Singapore and London. The report, which analyzes housing rents and prices across global cities, found that average monthly rents in Abu Dhabi had fallen 3.4% compared with the previous year, when they stood at $2,649 per month, or 116,755 dirhams a year. Dubai came 8th in the global poll, down 2 places from the previous year, with monthly rents of $2,160 or 95,202 dirhams a year, down 1% from last year, when the firm calculated they stood at $2,317 per month. Singapore was revealed as the most expensive city in which to lease a home, with monthly rents of $2,960 or 130,463 dirhams a year, while average monthly rents in London stood at $2,810, 123,851 dirhams a year. CBRE also calculated that landlords in Abu Dhabi enjoyed the 9th highest property yield in the world at 7%.